American President Donald Trump recently told CBS's John Dickerson, North Korean leader Kim Jong Un will develop a better missile delivery system for its small but growing stockpile of nuclear weapons. Trump vowed, and if that happens, we can't allow it to happen. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes the military options that US has, which can deter or cripple North Korean nuclear options. Viewers should note that first three options are defensive in nature and are designed to act as deterrents. The last two are aggressive in nature and cripple North Korean nuclear assets. Let's get started.
Number 5.
The Aegis Ballistic Missile Defense System is a United States Department of Defense program, developed to provide missile defense against short to intermediate-range ballistic missiles. Aegis BMD is designed to intercept ballistic missiles post-boost phase and prior to re-entry. It enables warships to shoot down enemy ballistic missiles by expanding the Aegis combat system with the addition of the AN/SPY-1 radar and standard missile technologies. Aegis BMD-equipped vessels can transmit their target detection information to other systems and, if needed, engage potential threats using either the SM-2 or SM-3 missile. SM-3 missile having range of 2,500 kilometers and speed of Mach 10.2 will be particularly effective in this scenario. 5 Ticonderoga-class cruisers and 25 Arleigh-Burke-class destroyers are known to be equipped with this system. Some of these vessels are currently loitering near the Korean waters. Like U.S. Carl Vinson is accompanied by the USS Wayne E. Meyer, an Arleigh-Burke-class guided missile destroyer, as part of the Carrier Strike Group. U.S. can deploy more of these vessels in the Korean waters to deter North Korea.
Number 4.
Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, THAAD, is an anti-ballistic missile system, which is designed to shoot down short, medium, and intermediate-range ballistic missiles in their terminal phase. THAAD uses a hit-to-kill approach, that is, the missile carries no warhead, but relies on the kinetic energy of impact to destroy the incoming missile. A THAAD battery consists of at least 6 launcher vehicles, each equipped with 8 missiles, with 2 mobile tactical operations centers and the NTPY-2 ground-based radar. The THAAD radar is an X-band active electronically scanned array radar, developed and built by Raytheon. It has an operational range of around 200 kilometers. The missile has a speed of 8.24 Mach or 2.8 kilometers per second. THAAD has been recently made operational and is deployed in South Korea. Stepping up the game, US could deploy THAAD in Japan too.
Number 3.
To understand this strategy, let us look back into the history. In 1978, NATO asked the United States to deploy missiles in Europe to counter the deployment of Soviet intermediate-range, mobile SS-20 nuclear missiles. As per that, US deployed Pershing II missiles in November 1983. According to Wallace Gregson, retired lieutenant general who served as the Assistant Secretary of Defense for Asian and Pacific Security Affairs in the Obama administration, the reintroduction of nuclear weapons to Japan and South Korea will emphasize that US is determined to fully deter any North Korean attack and, should deterrence fail, that it would result in a prompt and overwhelming response.
Number 2.
The United States could launch Tomahawk cruise missiles to target missile launch platforms and nuclear facilities. The Tomahawk is a long-range, all-weather, subsonic missile that is used for land-based attacks. They are generally launched from Navy surface ships or submarines. This makes them apt for use for this purpose, as US already has decent number of platforms in the vicinity that can launch Tomahawk missile. At 5.56 meters long without a booster, traveling at 880 kilometers per hour, it is capable of delivering more than 450 kilograms of conventional explosives. It has a long range of 1,200 to 2,500 kilometers, enabling them to be launched from far off. This is the least risky option since it doesn't involve traversing North Korean territory, and would resemble Trump's strikes against the Syrian military for using chemical weapons. With enough Tomahawks, US will be able to take out all the relevant targets.
Number 1.
North Koreans have a dense and interlocked air defense network, but the force is obsolete and largely incapable of adequately defending against or even detecting full-spectrum stealth aircraft. The best tools the US could use against North Korea would be aircraft like the F-22, F-35 and the B-2 bomber. The US would gradually deploy stealth aircraft at bases near North Korea in ways that avoid provoking North Korean suspicions. At an opportune time, the aircrafts could carry out precision strike, catching the North Korean military off guard. The targets would include nuclear reactors, missile production facilities, and launching pads for ballistic missiles. A coordinated, well-planned strike could take out North Korean nuclear infrastructure within hours.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting. Kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.